G'day, it's Farmer Jay and welcome back to Dairy Farms. Well, I've just been able to download Pumps and Hoses again because I'm not a Giants partner. I have to wait the same time as everyone else has. And I've been tinkering around for about 20 minutes and so far I am not impressed. This is going to be my initial impressions video. It is not going to be a how to use Pumps and Hoses video. Those will come later, if you so choose to purchase pumps and hoses. At this point, I'm not sure whether you should or not. So I've gone ahead and I've purchased what I believe, or it's not laid out at all well as to what you need. Now, I know some of you are going to sound off in the comments and tell me, well, Jay, you should have done this and you should have done that. So I have my 8R410 with a cultivator, and then I have the attachment that should allow me to attach a hose to it. And I know I need the screw, well, not the screwdriver, sorry, the wrench to attach that. Oh, okay, now all of a sudden, now because I'm recording, I get no. That must have just been the light. I thought it was, I got a glowing light because all of a sudden it was going to let me attach. But no matter what I try, I can't get this to attach to that. And I followed what was said in the instructions. We'll go into the Suten, or however you pronounce it. And it says, attach this to the tractor first, which I did. And then I attached this. Was it this one? No, I attached the cultivator. I attached this one. So as far as my basic understanding is, I should be able to attach these three devices and then have it hooked up. Well, so far, no luck. I still have, my field's not that big. I purchased 1,000 meters of hose for a smaller field. So I'm going to leave 500 attached there. And here is my pump. I have a traditional slurry tank. I don't have one of the tanks that comes with pumps and hoses. I was hoping it was going to work with base game equipment. Now, let me get back to this wrench. And when I get here, it says it recognizes the bulk tank and it also recognizes the Suten PU100. Nope, just drops it on the ground. Why it's dropping it on the ground, I don't know. So far I'm getting a little frustrated and a little confused. Like I said, I had this slurry tank here. Well, maybe I have to attach it over here. Okay, let's try that instead of over there. I'm just trying to figure out reasons it might not be working or it might be working. I would hope. Nope. Nope. And nope. So, like I said, I was hoping that it would allow me to attach base game slurry equipment to the pumps and hoses. So far that doesn't seem possible. I could be missing something. Like I said, I've only had this about 20 minutes. to half an hour. And so far, based on the hassle I'm going through, I would say this pack is definitely not worth it. It is more of a pain in the ass than anything else. I've actually tried to attach it to that big tank. Doesn't work. Nope. Doesn't seem to want to attach to that tank either. Okay, so you bullshit piece of... You know what I'm saying. And I'll show you what I mean as far as this tank goes. Umbilical hose touches the ground. So I'm obviously missing a step somewhere. Don't know what that step is. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more and try and figure this out. I have to say, based on the fact that I have spent half an hour so far trying to figure out how this pack works, it's a major turnoff. And as long as I don't play so many hours on Steam, I think I will be turning it back in. I just don't see it being worthwhile. Especially based on the fact that I have a slurry tanker over here that will attach, and I did check, it will actually attach to the cultivators from the pack, and it will allow me to cultivate or spread the field. And is that a big deal? Yeah, maybe not, because you know what? There are 6.2, but it's maybe not. There's no cultivators quite as big as there are in the pumps and hoses pack, but there are liquid manure distributors that are way bigger than come with pumps and hoses. And those are what I've been using until now, and I'm almost tempted to say those are what I'm gonna keep using. Sorry, I'm just very, very agitated right now, if you don't get that impression. So let me think. Still thinking. Okay, this is supposed to be a pump. So it's supposed to be able to attach. Do I have to attach it to the bulk tanker first? Let me move the pipe out of the way to figure out. The end of the pipe's all the way over there. Okay, let me just try and attach it to the bulk tanker. Nope, nothing there. And nothing there. Okay, so far this isn't looking good. In fact, it's looking rather frustrating. My initial hopes with pumps and hoses was, especially as Giants I'm more than willing to make money off a third party. Since this is a third party DLC, my hopes was that they would make it compatible with existing products, especially BGAs and slurry tanks. So the fact that I'm having such a hard time connecting it to this slurry pit, I can almost guarantee that it is not going to attach to my BGA over here. What makes that even more frustrating is that I have this large area of land which is taken up by the BGA that I can't delete to put in a custom BGA. And we'll go into custom BGAs later. So I'm now going to have to put in a second BGA on, again, prime real estate because, like I've said before, with the exception of a few spots like this and this, Giants have not made their base game maps very friendly for productions or other add-ons. They were more intent on wasting space with stupid waterfalls like this. And, I mean, look at this. This is 30% of the map that you can't do anything with. And I'm going to have to spend well, I won't have to because I have a cheat, but I'm going to have to spend some money landscaping that so that I could put in a custom BGA. Get my point so far? Going back to this, all I really want to be able to do right now is just spread slurry on this field. I'm almost at the point where I think it would be better to take all of the equipment off and just go back to the Garant Cot tank and use that to spread across my field. Might as well say, I don't want to say it's useless yet because I only just got it. But this has got to be, I would say, the most frustrating DLC that I've downloaded so far. And I know there are going to be people that love it because of its complexity and the fact that they do drag lining, especially in Europe. They do drag lining manure or slurry. But in the US, it's not really a big a deal. Because of the size of the farms and the area spread out, we tend to use the tankers. I'm not going to go into the how and the why. I was thinking about the why we do it in North America, why they do it in Europe a different way. But like I said, at this point, it is almost boiling down to, I think I'm better off hooking up to that Garant Cot tanker, which holds 35,000 liters, versus what is this one? 37,000 liters. So that tanker holds pretty much the same as that tanker does. Sorry guys, I hate to sound like a negative Nelly, but I'm finding in my first hour of play, I'm finding very few reasons that this DLC is worth downloading. I know there are going to be other YouTubers, and there are other YouTubers that got premium access that are going to tell you this is the best thing since sliced bread. And that's because they get a cut on the sales. I don't get a cut on the sales. And they also have access to, oh, this isn't working, how do I make it work, type support that I don't have access to. And that's, trust me, that's not the part that's frustrating. The part that's frustrating me is the fact that if I was coming across as just Joe User, the purchase this DLC, don't have any insight, I'm going to sit there for a while trying to figure it out. And hopefully you turn to my YouTube channel, but you're going to turn to YouTube and you're going to try and figure it out that way. Well, that's a good thing. I don't believe every DLC, for 75% of users, well, let's say 50-50 even. We'll go with 50-50. 50% of users should be able to figure out how to make a DLC like this work. And for me that has 10 years of farming simulator experience, I shouldn't be sitting here literally, figuratively, banging my head against the wall saying, how do I make this work? The only thing I haven't tried is, and let's go back to brand names. The only thing I haven't tried is putting this on the front of a tractor and then a pump on the back. I don't care about the water pump at this point. I think that's purely decorative. So let me try that. I'm going to put the pump on the front. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have tried... sorry, I'm going to take that off pause. I have tried numerous things, and I can't get it to work. I can get the two hoses to connect together. I can get various other things to connect together. I haven't been able to get this hose to connect to the Sutton tank. I haven't been able to get it to connect to that. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And at this point, my personal opinion is I am, based on the fact that this holds 37,000 liters of slurry, and my Garant Cot tanker holds 35,000 liters of slurry, has wide a spreading base. I'm gonna go and say you might as well stay with the base game slurry equipment. Otherwise, it's $17.99 down the drain. And if you're outside of the United States, where the US dollar is doing really, really well, you're out even more. I was out personally 25 Canadian dollars, which used to be about $20 for $17.99. So it really kind of sucks. I'm sure there is something I am doing wrong. I just don't know what it is. And based on the fact that it is 4:30 in the morning, I really don't want to delve into it. But that goes back to my main point. If I want to be able to pick up Farming Simulator with the latest DLC, I think I should be able to do that without having to wake up, mind freshed, everything ready to go and not have to try and spend 20 minutes figuring out how the pieces of equipment works. So, for that reason alone, my honest review on the Pumps and Hoses DLC is it's a great big fail. I am better off with the base game slurry equipment. Having said that, I will look into Pumps and Hoses more, and I will figure out how it works so that those of you that are into the technical side and want a little bit more of a flavor, I'm going to call it that to be polite, a European flavor, know how it works. But simplicity, ease of use, it's a great big fail. It's definitely not worth $17.99. Sorry, Giants. I know you're never gonna fucking... Excuse me? I know you're never going to take me on as a Giants partner because I keep criticizing your product, but you put stuff out like this, and that's why. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks again for watching. Take care, Jay.